I used to think of sleep as an inconvenience, something I had to do, something that got in the way of productivity, or worse, something that made me feel guilty for not doing enough. But once I started really digging into the science of health, especially as someone who lives with health anxiety, I realized I had it all backwards. Sleep isn't optional, it's foundational. And if you're someone like me who worries about long-term health, about preventing disease, especially Alzheimer's, sleep might be the single most powerful thing you can do for your body and your brain. I'm not exaggerating when I say that good sleep is the cornerstone of everything. Your immune system, your cardiovascular health, your metabolism, your ability to think clearly, your emotional stability, your hormone balance. Sleep is involved in all of it. But here's the scary part. Nearly a third of adults don't get enough of it. And many of us have no idea just how dangerous that really is. Let's start with what sleep actually does to keep us healthy. Every night when you fall asleep, your body goes to work. During deep non-REM sleep, your brain clears out metabolic waste products that build up during the day, including beta amyloid, the sticky protein that accumulates in the brains of people with Alzheimer's. That means sleep is not just rest, it's maintenance. And if you're skipping that maintenance night after night, you're allowing that toxic buildup to grow unchecked. That hit me hard when I learned it. Alzheimer's runs in my family. My mom had it, and that fear has lived rent-free in my head for years. But sleep gave me something I could actually do about it. According to the National Institutes of Health and studies published in Science and Nature Neuroscience, deep sleep is when the glymphatic system, the brain's waste disposal system, is most active. This system flushes out harmful toxins like beta amyloid, and it only works efficiently when you're in the deep stages of sleep. If you're shortchanging yourself on sleep, you're robbing your brain of its most important cleanup cycle. And this isn't just about Alzheimer's. Sleep deprivation is linked to a staggering list of health problems. People who consistently sleep less than 6 hours a night are at increased risk for heart attacks, strokes, type 2 diabetes, obesity, depression, and even some types of cancer. Chronic poor sleep also disrupts your immune system, making you more likely to get sick and stay sick longer. For someone with health anxiety, that's a nightmare. I want to do everything I can to stay well, and sleep is a powerful free tool I can actually use. Let's talk numbers. According to the CDC and the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And while that's true for both men and women, there is some research showing that women may need slightly more, up to 20 minutes more on average, because their brains tend to multitask more during the day and require more recovery at night. Hormonal fluctuations throughout the month and during menopause can also disrupt sleep for women, making that extra rest even more essential. And we're not just talking about any sleep. It needs to be high-quality, uninterrupted sleep that allows you to move through all the necessary sleep stages. If you're waking up multiple times during the night, or if you're spending too much time in light sleep and not enough in deep sleep or REM, you're not getting the full benefit, even if you're in bed for 8 hours. This is where strategy comes in. Because let's be real, just knowing that sleep is important doesn't mean it comes easily, especially if you have an anxious mind that likes to go full speed at 2 a.m. Believe me, I've been there. Waking up in the middle of the night with a racing heart, going down the rabbit hole of symptoms and what-ifs. But I've learned that good sleep is something you can train for. And when I do it right, it completely changes how I feel the next day. Not just physically, but emotionally too. So here are the sleep strategies that have made the biggest difference for me. First, consistency is king. Your brain loves rhythm. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, reinforces your circadian rhythm. That means your body starts producing melatonin, your sleep hormone, at the right time, and your internal systems get in sync. Irregular sleep schedules can throw off your digestion, immune function, and even hormone levels. Second, darkness matters more than you think. Your body takes cues from light. Bright light suppresses melatonin, and even small amounts, like a glowing alarm clock or hallway light, can interfere with sleep depth. I started using blackout curtains and wearing a sleep mask, and the difference was immediate. I fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Third, cut the stimulants. I stop all caffeine by 12 p.m. because it can stay in your system for 8 to 10 hours. Same goes for alcohol. It might make you sleepy at first, but it disrupts deep sleep and can cause you to wake up at 3 a.m. with anxiety. Fourth, screen time is sleep sabotage. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light that tells your brain it's still daytime. That delays melatonin production and makes it harder to fall asleep. I try to shut off all screens at least an hour before bed and switch my phone to night mode in the evenings. If I need to wind down, I read a physical book or listen to calming music or white noise. 5th, cool your room. Sleep quality improves dramatically when the bedroom is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body needs to drop its core temperature to fall into deep sleep, and a warm room can prevent that. I used to think I liked sleeping cozy, but now I crack the window, use a fan, and sleep better than ever. 6th, don't lie in bed worrying. This one was tough for me. I used to just lie there, spiraling. But experts say if you can't fall asleep after 20 minutes, get out of bed and do something calming, like reading under low light or journaling, until you feel drowsy. Staying in bed trains your brain to associate the bedroom with stress. Now, if I catch myself overthinking, I remind myself that rest is still healing, even if it's not perfect sleep. That mindset alone has helped me relax more. And finally, track what works for you. I use a sleep tracker, not obsessively, but to notice patterns. Did I sleep better on days I exercised? Or when I ate earlier? Did certain supplements help or hurt? Over time, I built a routine that supports my sleep instead of working against it. I also want to say something really important here. Don't let sleep anxiety become its own monster. That's something we health warriors are vulnerable to. Yes, sleep is critical, but perfection isn't required. One bad night won't ruin your health. What matters is the pattern, the trend, the intention to prioritize sleep as part of your health strategy. And for those of us thinking long-term about aging, memory, cognition, prioritizing sleep in our 30s, 40s, and 50s is one of the best bets we can make. Alzheimer's doesn't start the day symptoms show up. It starts decades earlier, often silently. And if I can do something right now to protect my brain, I'm going to do it. In fact, researchers have found that people who sleep poorly in midlife have a significantly higher risk of developing dementia later on. That includes both too little sleep and fragmented sleep. Getting high-quality rest consistently isn't just about feeling better tomorrow. It's about building resilience for years down the line. I like to think of sleep as the ultimate health insurance policy. It's free, it's available to everyone, and it's incredibly powerful. If you're like me, constantly trying to do everything right, constantly worrying about missing something, maybe this can be your anchor. Let sleep be your foundation. Let it be the thing you prioritize, even on days when motivation runs low. Because when I sleep well, I think better. I eat better. I move better. I react to stress with more calm. I get sick less often. My anxiety is quieter. My fear is more manageable. And that, for me, is what health is really about. Not just avoiding disease, but creating a life that feels balanced and strong. So tonight, protect your sleep like it's sacred. Because it is.